small girls. Just checking.
No, grown men can live for sword, Garnet.
Well,
Would you
I
like to
could
try?
eat a soul. I could eat a soul like a snack.
But I'm more thinking practical terms about swinging this fucking massive sword.
Well, what if
And
it turns him
honestly,
evil?
I'm sorry, but
Evil
your
Chad?
arms are small and noodly.
Excuse Matcha, my arms are not noodly.
Matcha comes walking
Mine is
back
two
from the meeting. He's like, what did I just walk in on?
Oh, Matcha isn't here.
Huge
Oh, but then-
infernal sword.
Yeah, you open the door. The sword is just like covered with evil runes on the floor on a plate, and you just see Garnet going.
My arms are noodly, right?
Do you
Right,
think you live that Zweihander?
Yeah, you try it.
Your arms aren't noodly, but that thing is pretty big.
And evil.
And apparently evil. What is that?
Not monetizing the video, everybody. We've got down this.
We might as well get it over with.
Yeah,
I
just
guess
get
so.
all. It has to all be in this VOD.
Turn all out now.
Noted that.
The violence, the
It's gonna be
schooly
those wild
pooping. Get it over
episodes.
with.
Oh shit, that too?
Oh, yeah, we got the,
No,
we
wait
got the
until after.
Santisco
Wait until you
scene later.
graduate. I lied.
But Dad.
Dad, you can't date until you're 25, young lady. Before you do that, you leveled up last session, which means that the
Yes.
chaotic magic that the Moth Pope imbued you with takes effect.
Oh god.
As you enter a rage, roll 1d8, please.
Oh god.
I have unlocked Strange Magic, the 2015 animated movie.
It is easy to see it more accurately from outside of the situation than inside of the situation. I
Right.
suppose that's why you have the friends that you have around you.
Kind of like claps her hands together. One of my favorite sayings is trash can, not trash cannot. So just do it.
Didn't realize your level up gave you an extra level in philosopher.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I honestly have very little confidence in saying I understand what you mean by that.
Okay. Just do it.
Understandable. Have a nice.
Someone had picked him up and you were carrying him back. And you were going to figure out what to do with the pants, either try and break him out of the pants or turn them back to normal. There was a lot to the
Relatively soft, so getting him out of the pants shouldn't be too hard. Getting him out unscathed might be hard, but you know, it's doable.
Well, were they? Is he wearing tight pants? Is he a tight pants kind of a guy, or is he like a loose?
Search your heart. You know he's a target.
I mean, you knew.
Too bad
We all knew.
There are only two types of guys.
He would be using a crowbar and trying to pry them off his body.
There are two wolves inside you. One wolf wears tight pants. The other one does not.
Yes, yes. By the Sunrider's grace, yes. We're all okay.
Well, I can take a look at the oven for you and send a message to Athalor, like, and kind of elbows him a little bit, like, to basically, like, vouch. Just, right, Athalor? I'm really,
Yeah, she's
good with ovens.
fantastic with ovens. Like, I've seen so many ovens fixed by Garnet, honestly. Like, I didn't even know there were that many ovens in the school, but she just materializes them, fixes them, and sends them away. It's like she has a remote oven repair shop.
You didn't have to do that much detail.
Wow.
Athalor.
Really? That's so interesting. Tell me more about ovens.
What is this, a dialogue trick?
Tell me more about ovens. Tell me more about oven repair. I don't want to talk about ovens anymore.
Tell me about curries.
Bargo here to smash things. Bargo gonna smash corn into pieces. Bargo have fork with lots of muscles.
Bargo have loose grasp of grammar.
Bargo went to fighting school. Not grammar school.
Fair enough.
You're underneath, wrench, screwdriver, acetylene torch. And you manage to disconnect. Now you're gonna have to get it over all these traps and pits and stuff. But on the other hand, you have a flying barbarian.
You have a flying.
Yep,
sword.
flying barbarian. Oh, that's exactly how we're going to
Weaponized
implement the
flying
ballista, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I thought you were gonna attach it to the ship, but
Oh.
no.
Whoa.
I
Flying
am
Valkyrie
this ship,
style.
baby.
Oh yeah.
Airstrike. Yeah, you trigger the hose.
We're gonna roll into Avernus, and we're not gonna actually have any kind of like doom buggy. We're all gonna be riding on top of just Crozet floating around riding a ballista.
How did you get a blip? No, it's just a flying dwarf.
Fly me close up. I want to hit them with my sword.
Who are we?
The companions of the Crimson Chain. All right.
Oh, we're gonna grind your bones to dust and then we'll lick it with our tongue. And every time we put you in the oven, we're gonna make it grow and get so yummy. It's gonna be good. We're gonna be tasty, just like we should. You're gonna die.
Ooh, addition.
Hunting horns, strength to the predators, woe to the prey. All right. That means somebody has to assert their dominance to gain an advantage. Whoever doesn't is we call that the Alexander bookmark.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
All right.
Got a stick in the book.
Thank you for ruining the subtlety of that entire moment. Just flat out saying it.
I remember leg day saying it. It's just so funny.
Oh God,
To
editing
clear the
that.
air. There's
So
no dick in the book. Just to clear the
I mean,
air.
he has his
no
back.
dick in the book.
Well,
Just
he's-
two
he's got
vague,
the book back.
sweaty stains.
Walking to Alex's area, it's gonna be.
No wonder
Oh,
he went
God.
and stole it.
Yeah, I needed it back.
You have carte blanche aside from that.
Cool. So thinking kind of like, because it's pocket dimension and shape shifting, but maybe it's kind of like a Venom-esque arrangement where it's a dimensional parasite that so like when he absorbs things into his hand, maybe it's like a fucking, oh no, I've done it again. Maybe it's a teethy hand that like a toothy hole.
Could you please just once not consort with otherworldly powers from beyond the scope of human imagination? Just once, light day.
I refuse. There's too much empty headspace here with my lack of a brain to not have another thing in there.
Okay. All right. This is a ridiculous plan, and they're going to go with it.
I prefer the one where we don't die, so I like this.
I go away
Also,
after
I
an
need some
hour.
earplugs.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so
Someone gonna heal me?
yeah, they're already like coming back with healing potions in crates. You know, like 24 packs of healing potions.
Just got a shock and a healing potion.
It's like a study session all over again. It's just chugging Red Bull.
Once again,
Red Bull give you fiends.
Not what I expected to be happening today.
Then tell me everything you believe may have occurred.
You ever heard of the ass snake?
I don't know.
Oh, he said ass snake.
I don't know what they preach where you come from, mortal, but that's not actually a problem. We don't really care. That's, whatever keeps being alive joyful, you keep being alive joyful. That's not my concern.
Anything
And you
else
said
for
it's
them?
shallow, right? So it's just disintegrating.
Yeah,
like
it's not that it's sinking in, it's just that it's melting away.
Oh god, that's brutal.
Technically, you don't sink in the lava. It's very viscous material, and you can
Shut
swallow
the
up
fuck
and
up.
burn.
My God, it's Ioth Academy's music. Welcome, everyone. This is Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy, episode 165 of our 8-part miniseries.
Oh.
I'm tormented by gnomes, your game master. I am joined tonight by Crowan and Lemon Kiwi. Crowan, how's it going?
Good. A busy couple weeks, I guess. I started fostering a couple of cats a little after last episode. She's on my lap right now, one of them. Maybe she'll show her face later. But and I published a poetry book, so that's been cool. Just a couple days ago. No biggie. Nah, but it's it's been a good couple weeks, I suppose. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fantastic. Lemon, what about you?
Just got done casting a pretty big upset. So now here I am, the opposite of upset because dice rolling is cool. So
Yay.
Yeah.
Burger Boys are going all the way, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah. They have to now. So.
Copium.
All right. When last we left our heroes, you know, it's funny. I did a lot of prep work for today on everything except what the hell happened last time.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah. In 2 weeks? Oh, we forget for sure.
Yeah, for sure, because I was doing in-law stuff last week. When last we left our heroes, they had contended with a demon sent by Zethius to attack them. They crushed and defeated it. They are attempting to resurrect Master Ika now, the Archmage of the Academy. They learned of a ritual that calls upon grief and anguish in those who love the departed in order to reconstitute the soul. They've been doing a great deal of research into this matter. They are also trying to figure out how to stop Mason's ancestor from completing a ritual that will bind the golden dragon god. And there's an evil vulture guy who's plotting to turn Onderud into a ruin. So there's a lot going on. Now, it is the month of Sunrider, the month dedicated to Zalar. Last year, around this time, was when Alexander underwent his transformation, when he left the academy for good, when Quan's name was erased from existence, when Anacra tried to take over the entire school. It's been an entire year since that all happened. And as the month begins and summer officially begins in Anacra, something feels off. A bleak omen falls over the world. Shadows seem darker, sharper. Portents of bad fortune are everywhere. News streams in from across the world of violence breaking out in countless different countries. Garnet has agreed to allow her mother to visit her, and last time she was visited by Inaros, the Marshal of Bromtha. He mentioned that it might be expected of her, not that he was going to take sides, but it might be expected of her to make an appearance on her birthday in the anniversary of the first, second, and third miracles in her home city. And as that day draws closer, ill tidings stream in from across the world. It is shortly after the month begins that the sage abruptly notifies you that she is departing on urgent business. When asked, she tells you that to the north even of Onderud, there's a Dokelfar grotto, one of the homelands of my kindred. And deep within a crevasse inside that underground grotto, fungal spores form a thick cloud, a cloud that has effect similar to Mordane vapor. It suspends the mind in the realm of dream. There are prisoners there from the Iron Empire and others, mortals, who are kept inside that crevasse in eternal dreaming, eternal slumber. And the Dok-Elfar use them as windows into the Fifth Kingdom, for they themselves do not dream. But those slumbering prisoners are sleepwalking now. And in their sleep, they are committing acts of violence. She is going to investigate and to quell this problem as swiftly as possible. So she does not know when she's going to return. She will return as soon as possible, but until then, she needs to put a stop to this. You can always
Did
cast
she?
this- Go ahead.
Did she know that this was like happening before they started sleepwalking and committing violence?
No. She found out about it while doing her dream thing. She sort of sensed that it was happening, sent word to Skult Grotto, got confirmation that this was occurring. She is heading out. If you need her, she's merely a sending spell away. And with that, she takes her lantern, her white wood staff carved with flowing silver runes, and departs via teleportation circle. Departs relatively unknown. Before we proceed, is there anything that the two of you wish to do? Any business you have to attend to? Or questions for anyone, etc.?
No specific business, but Mantra definitely like talked to Garnet a little bit about this, and probably just think on it for a few seconds after the sage leaves. Just being like, there's a whole cloud of Mordane, and they're using people, prisoners, to go through dream. Wonder what they're using them for.
Does it seem like some kind of herald trap?
Could be. I don't know. I suppose the sage will learn about what they're doing, but I wonder how they like turned, why they started attacking people or whatnot.
She's not gone too long because we needed her help with the ritual. Now that's going to be delayed.
Not necessarily if you're performing the ritual on the high day of life, which is at the end of the month. So,
okay, because I thought we had an agreement. I thought we had an agreement that she was going to help me during the trauma part of the ritual, right? To like stay.
But that's a month. That's a month from now. So,
oh, that's a month. Okay, I'm not sure how long she's gone for. Okay, good.
Neither is she. But she does. She did agree to that. She does remember that. She is.
Right.
If it gets close to that time, she will contact you and talk to you. Figure it out. So she has 1 month to return for that rite. Is there anything else you were going back and forth
on? I don't think that should be more than a month, hopefully. Probably be back in time. You need her, right?
Yeah.
Just, I mean, theoretically, there's no way to do it without her, or would it just be more difficult?
I mean, I'd rather have her around than Untamaler.
Yeah.
Like she would know more about what we're doing or be more helpful.
True. It seemed like we were allied more with Untermaler at the start of this plan to resurrect Elnau, keeping secrets from the sage, but now kind of surprised she agreed.
She knows how important Elnau is to the school and everything. So I'm glad she agreed. I also trust her to, I don't know, if we resurrect some kind of messed up version of Elnau, someone will have to undo what we did, and she would be able to undo it.
I guess I haven't thought much about what would happen if that were to occur. Just that it could happen, really. Definitely an uncharted territory here. But
I hope she brings back some samples. Maybe it's some cool science stuff we can do over here.
I can't say I'm not curious of the Mordain over there, but to that
Interested in other
scale.
cultures.
True. Maybe there's something to learn from it. I'm sure Sage will fill us in.
As you're talking, the weather outside the sphere begins to change. Over the course of several hours, the skies grow darker and darker. A massive storm is approaching from the northeast. Could both of you please roll nature checks for me?
Where is my character sheet?
Mine's loading.
Oh, double
First
Nature.
roll of the day.
11.
Ooh, 12.
Alright, get the bad rolls out of the way.
It blots out the sun as it rolls over the hills. To the north, Ioth Academy is sort of surrounded by these mountains. Thunder and lightning roar down from it, louder and louder. You can hear it even through the protective sphere that surrounds the academy. And as it grows, the storm starts to spread out. Never directly approaching the sphere, but passing over the surrounding lands. You've all seen this before. In your 4th year, when the Raveners approached.
Oh.
And you've seen this before on the night Boreas died.
Oh.
And you've seen this before on the night they came to your home, Mason.
Oh.
Something is coming.
Great timing with the sage gone.
Wait,
Just planned.
so it wasn't just Knights of Terra Nimbus that this happened? It was just it was Raveners too?
No, the Raveners came and the Knights of Terra Nimbus helped fight them.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they were
okay.
like, wait a minute.
So it's
Elna's here?
always
And
so
that's
it's always the
the
Knights.
whole problem.
Knights of Terra Nimbus are here. That's what this storm is. It's always been.
They want now. What do they not want? Oh, let's go find Untamauler quick.
Yeah. Go try
When
to
you
find
go
Intermauler.
up to the spire, you see wardens and war mages already rushing and mobilizing. Chad Chaddington his armor's already on, but he's like giving orders and making his way to the causeway very, very quickly, passing you by. When you find Untermaler, he's got his staff, he's got all of his gear, and he is rapidly issuing orders to different people.
He dares not strike us at our heart, but those who are not within our protection, those who pass to and from our lands, our allies, outlying folks, he's here for them.
You're planning to protect them, right?
Yes. We're already preparing our counterattack. We've noticed several drop points where vortices have touched down that their forces use to descend to the mortal world and to bring captives back with them. I have teams heading out to the majority of them, but we can't cover all of them. I could use your help.
Where would you like us to go?
There is one pathway. There is a caravan of dune riders that is passing out of our land towards the brass dragon tribe, Kenar. They're under threat. They need protection.
Are you just sending us?
No. Bring another student and war mages will go with you as well. This is not where the majority of their forces are located. I would not send you against the entire might of Terra Nimbus.
I can get Sven. I'm sure she'll accompany.
Good. Go to the causeway. Chad will have your orders.
Then immediately Mason pulls out the sending stone and
Mm-hmm.
lets Ventis go. Knights of Terra Nimbus attacking. Need your help. Meet at the causeway. Quick if you can.
Okay. Garnet and Mason, is there anything you wish to do aside from rushing to the causeway?
Mm,
Are we fighting in the causeway or out somewhere
No.
else?
You will be leaving. So they're not getting really close to Gildenverge because the last time they did that, Boreas died. But they're hitting small villages and travelers and stuff all around. This is a raid. This happened to Mason's home before. They descend down, they take captives. That's where new Knights of Terra Nimbus come from. They get indoctrinated, recruited, etc. They take captives and they pillage and take loot and food and stuff in order to supply Vinder's war in the Sky Kingdom.
Okay.
So it's not a full-scale invasion. It's more of a raid.
Not the fun raid.
Not the fun
Twitch.tv
kind of raid. Not the, yo, shout out to the gamers kind of raid. Are there any preparations you wish to make before you go out?
I think we need, I guess, make sure to grab a couple scrolls of Sanctuary if that's not going to take like too much time.
No, you can grab 2 of those.
Alright, cool.
Once you arrive at the causeway, each of you is issued a flying carpet. 3 war mages are going with you. No wardens are going with you because you are going to do this entire thing from the air.
Cool. Wait, who's flying? And carpets?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
of us?
Yeah, you each get a carpet. Let me look up the rules on the carpet real quick after I grab you some war mages.
Alright.
And
Aerial combat.
what needs like a action or not action to operate it?
Exactly. All right. Carpet of flying. This determines whether it's going to be 2 people or 1 person per carpet. You activate it as an action. Other than that, it moves according to your spoken directions.
Okay.
But once it's
Is
active,
it concentration?
Nope. But it
Carpet
has to stay
OP.
within 30 feet of you. So each of you can have your own separate carpet, and you can just do it as your movement instead of your action. Anything else before you want to head out?
Not from me.
Okay. This is a thing that occurred sort of on the world map scale, the War of the Sun scale. And when I mentioned if you wanted a combat, this was happening one way or another. It's just a question of whether you were going to be involved. You soar out over the desert as fast as possible under the darkness and the raging winds. As you draw closer to the eastern reaches of the Academy's sort of space, well past the bounds of Gildenverge, brand new roads now extend out to the lands of the Dune Riders west towards Bothotlo, magically formed from the stone by the power of the Academy in order to bring Utramaller's army home, but also to connect what was once an isolated place of learning to the people in the world that they are protecting. But in this particular passageway, these rocky canyons, there are no such strong roads. There's merely paths. This is the ideal place for an ambush. And as the 6 of you fly out, you can see a tornado, a very small tornado that is touched down. It extends solidly from the storm clouds above to the ground, lightning arcs around it. This is the conduit, the passageway that leads to and from the Sky Kingdom. From above, you can see the caravan of Dune Riders desperately attempting to take cover and defend themselves, their blades drawn, their arrows out, but almost useless in this terrible, terrible wind. 5 Knights of Terra Nimbus and 7 Aarakocra conscripts are preparing to encircle and capture them. And
Wait, who's the
Mason,
good
can I have you
guys?
roll over here. Ba-da-ba-ba.
On the left.
Yeah.
Oh, They're the good guys. Okay.
Yeah. These people over here, these are the Knights of Terra Nimbus and Arakokra, who are soldiers of Vindur. Crow, and roll 1d6 plus 1, please.
Ooh. Gamba.
Okay.
5 total.
All right. I would like everybody to please roll for initiative.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey. Big. Our initiative always goes super well. Oh, actually,
Exactly. What could
That'd be-
possibly go wrong?
good.
And since you have control of your war mages, I would appreciate it if you rolled for them as well.
Oh, sure.
You shift to double click on their tokens way back here in the top left. That should do the job.
Okay, that's 1. Oh my god, everything's bugging. Okay, 2. 3.
All right. And I'll get Sven in, and then we will begin. There are extremely strong winds in the area. This does not affect some magical attacks, but it will affect other magical attacks. For example, Eldritch Blast, Force Bolt, not affected. Firebolt, yes, affected. If it could ostensibly be hit by the wind. All right. First up is two of the Academy Battle Mages. Do you want to give them specific orders?
I would imagine just trying to get in between to make sure Riders don't get hurt, and then just shoot at them, you know?
Okay. The Battle Mages over the roaring wind yell to remind you they don't have much in the way of defensive magic. They're pretty much all attack, attack, attack. Do you have anything to protect?
I see.
And that goes to the both of you.
Protect
I'm gonna
them.
give them the sanctuary scrolls to cast on the
Oh, that's a good idea.
nappies.
Yeah.
Unless they plan on fighting. I don't know if they're helpless
they-
or if they're fighting.
Some of the Dune Riders can fight.
Some can't. It looks like. Or...
Yeah, there's a few just folk merchants and travelers, a couple of camels, and then the armed guards in front.
Probably read their character sheets. Know what they do.
Yeah, what are these guys?
The battle mages shoot good. They only have cantrips, but their cantrips deal extra damage.
Oh, okay. Alright. They do deeps. What do you think? Maybe we want them just chilling on the side then? Just blast them?
Yeah.
The Dune Riders open fire in their attempt to defend. You want to tell them to go right or go left and just open fire?
Yeah.
They figure it's best if they kind of split from you in order to pull them in different directions. Which direction are you going? Into defensive position?
Yes. At least I'm planning to. Probably tell Sven and Garnet.
All right. These are class 2 flying carpets, so they have a move speed of 60 feet.
Alright.
All right, the battle mages, go ahead. Go ahead.
If I want to know some knowledge things, do I have to wait my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Got an idea with a dimensional door? Because you have dimension door, right?
Yes, I do.
I'll let you collab. Why don't you go ahead and just burn your bonus action now and make a check of some kind? Screw it.
If you could dimension door me in the middle, because I can't Misty Step and do this spell, because 2 spells. But if you could dimension door me in the middle of them, I've got a stun bomb.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
This one. So it's a 30-foot radius. It would cream pie all of them. So it just depends on if this tornado is a problem or what this tornado would do to me if it's
the tornado pulls you up to the Sky Kingdom if you step in it.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the side of it, would it
Yeah,
damage
it
me?
occupies
Or
a 2x2 square.
so it doesn't do anything on the outside of that 2x2?
Yes.
Then I could still hit everybody even if I'm here.
Oh, where? Pinging you? Or, oh, like there? Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a play of like when it's hold your action of Dimension Door, and then on my turn, you Dimension Door me in, and then I immediate bomb. So they.
That is probably smarter than just jumping in the middle of all those heavy melee guys.
Yeah.
And letting them all take their turns.
The whole action
Do you have to?
Certainly,
If you Dimension Door, is it both of us going or?
yeah, both of us go. I don't think I can just send you. You teleport yourself to any point, and I can take one person basically. So yeah, I have to go.
Okay. Is there any?
Oh, that's okay. Fine. I'll take the hit.
Because we're.
Oh
if
no,
we
that's
both
those
go in the
are.
middle, we could be fucked.
Sorry, go ahead. You can still ready your action to cast it and then cast it on her turn and take both of you there. That way you won't have to soak all those attacks. That strategy is still smart and good and other things that middle managers like to say.
So then the battle mages could probably help us defend us when we do bomb in case anyone makes the save.
Okay, so you want them to go in because they can melee fight as well.
Yeah, if they could help cover us when we go in.
All right, one of them went around the side to take pot shots, and the other two are just going to go straight in. Opening
We could
fire
just
as they
teleport in and then fucking fly. I forget we still have movement speed, so we can just simply go up. Or just
True.
is this
Anyone
being
who's
like
not stunned will be a problem. Go ahead.
because like we're on a carpet, right? And we're flying above. Is the carpet adding like a line of sight cover? Because they'd have to shoot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm trying to say?
they can damage the carpet.
Oh,
Yeah, they can shoot
that
full holes, and then it's destroyed, and then you're in trouble.
Oh.
But they wouldn't be able to hit us with target spells, right? Or it depends on
True.
like how much cover it has. They'd have to target the carpet.
As they advance, they unleash force darts, but unfortunately, the knights are heavily armored and they miss. Mason, it is your turn. Do you want to do that thing that you said you were going to do with the stuff?
Yeah, the thing with the stuff. I guess go over to where Garnet is with carpet, of course, but I can't move it. And ready in action to Dimension Door. I mean, we can go like above them a little bit. I guess I was kind of. Do you want to go like in the air above them?
It's like a 30-foot radius, so as long as whatever DM says, however high up we can go, that can still, I don't know, sphere radius.
Be like 15
height.
feet up. 15 feet up in the middle.
Fine.
Wait, 30-foot radius, you said?
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, be like 15 feet up. That'll just make the math a lot easier.
Sounds good to me.
Garnet, I am giving you control of your carpet in order to simplify things. All right. One of the Arakokra soldiers loyal to Vinder, knowing that there's a ton of wind, is not going to try to... is going to do a dive attack directly towards the battle mage. Flying straight at it, and then striking with a javelin in melee. 21 to hit. I'm just seeing if they have any countermeasures for that, because this guy also has a special ability, which is not good. Yep, no defenses against that. And because it did a flying charge, it gets the dive attack bonus. An additional 1d6.
Oh, ew.
All right. The War Mage takes 10 points of damage out of 45 as battle is joined. Meanwhile, the Knights of Terra Nimbus, fully clad in armor, no wings, just flying by the sheer grace of the Sovereign of the Skies, surge forward directly towards their foes. Do I need to check the stat block to see if they have any cool defenses or anything? Only kind of. Le slash. Le miss. Sventisco. Let's see. You do your thing. She's going to do her thing. She's just going to go ahead and move in.
All right.
She has a plan. She flies forward directly towards the enemy, and actually, she's going to go directly up to the Aarakocra and lay a smooch on him.
Oh, wow, cheating live? It's crazy.
They're not exclusive. 2, melting kiss. And she's concentrating on that. So not only does it take 7 points of damage, but it's going to take 1d4 every turn until she breaks concentration.
Nice.
All right. Concentrating. And at the start of each of its turns, I'll put a little poison icon on it. Next up is another one of the Aarakocra. Let's see, that'll work. Can I reach you? Yes, I can. The Aarakocra does a dive attack directly towards Sven. Flying with its spear out and its wings folded. Ooh. You know, can I have the boyfriend roll 1d60 on the Wheel of Pain, please?
1d60?
1d60.
Okay. 34?
34. All right. What is one critical hits for GMs? Item table 34, piercing attack.
Please don't
He
be
stabs
bad.
her in the gut. She is now suffering from internal bleeding.
Oh, great.
Roll 1d6, please.
Okay.
For the next 6 rounds, she will take
No.
1d6 damage at the start of each of her turns.
No, I'd have to high roll here. What the?
What the fuck?
Oh.
All right, so she didn't take she takes 10 damage anyways. The internal bleeding replaces the crit damage, but the charge attack basically just equaled the same damn thing. So there's that. Next up, one of the Knights of Terra Nimbus is going to fly forward. Oh, I can't quite reach, can I? Oh, I only fly 45. I'm a little slower than I thought. Fly forward and unleash a thunderbolt at one of the guards. It blasts into the rock nearby, terrifying the already terrified camel, but does no damage. Garnet, you are up. What do you want to do?
Trying to see if I can get all of these guys. Oh, is he moving up? Oh, what's going on? Ah, shit. Okay.
Yeah, they don't know about your plan.
No, that's fine.
Remember, you can turn your thing into a circle. Your measuring tool into a circle, and you can turn on linger so it'll stay.
Linger.
Or I can give you something to move instead. You got options.
Oh, is it your turn now? Are we doing the thing?
Doing the thing.
I'm
Oh,
doing some
shit.
NPC stuff, but
Alright. Fucking your turn pops, dimension door pops.
that's everybody.
Alright,
That's
right
all of
there.
them. And no friendlies.
You put me there. I guess I can move there as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit the linger. Here I had it. There we go.
Whoop.
And I pop the thing.
The cold edge of the void.
Oh, I put my mask on with my bonus action first. And then I
Okay.
pop the thing.
The armor flows across your entire body, sealing you in completely. And then you unleash a pulse, a shockwave of dark energy that bursts
I gotta
out
roll
in
2, right?
all directions. Yes, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
I mean, that's fine.
I didn't know. I thought it was creatures that you choose.
I'll take that. Okay, 20.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
so
this is each
wise. You're
creature.
so wise.
So
Never
wise,
doubted.
so wise.
I don't have just a flat out explosion of this, but
Oh,
that's the closest I got.
Production
Actually, you know what?
value.
I can do slightly better. So it's just a stun, right? Yeah, no damage. It's just a stun.
Hmm.
All right. So you fly all the way from here and blah.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. And now to roll a crap load of saves. This is a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Okay, we like that.
Stunned. We'll use this icon for stunned. Wisdom save.
Okay.
Stunned.
Huge. Oh, Garnet's cooking.
Cooking.
We'll just get all these ones out of the way right now. There's 3 more, right? Okay. 1.
Yeah.
2.
Big. Large even. Massive.
Garnet,
are all
roll
failing?
1d60 on the Wheel of Pain, please.
There's a wheel of pain. Oh, because of the thing.
Not for your
32.
pain, their pain. Just in case. Okay, critical hits for players, 32 magic. This might not apply because it's not a damaging spell. Yeah, it doesn't apply because it's not a damaging spell, but it was worth a shot.
Oh. So there's a bot in chat to purge.
Ooh. All right, cool. I've been getting a lot of those. Die. Bot annihilated. All right, that was all the easy rolls. Now we have the Knights of Terra Nimbus.
The bot got stunned too. Big.
Mm-hmm. Get stun locked, idiot.
So all the crows are. Sorry, Aracocras.
Arakokra, yeah. They're all stunned.
Yeah. Grr.
Okay. Well, they have 0 plus 0 to wisdom.
Unlucky.
They look kind of dumb.
Lucky. What was the DC? Yeah, lucky.
16.
Oh, I actually have a +2. I've been rolling wrong. But it doesn't matter. That wouldn't have changed anything anyways. And now we have one more person here, their leader.
Fuck you, leader. Yeah, fuck you, leader.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're here now. Boom! You unleash the power of the void, and they all think that a chasm, an endless darkness, is trying to swallow them up. That'll be it for you, right?
Do we want to move or do it? We're already 15 feet in the air, so we're not technically in melee range, right?
Yeah, but they can all fly.
I don't think I can move though, so I just
Correct.
hold the action to cast the spell. That's fine. You can move.
Up to 60 feet.
I will. Okay, move in front of. I can't. There's a tornado. The blue guys are melee, right? They're not flying.
They are flying. They're the Knights of Terra Nimbus. They can fly and they can shoot thunderbolts. And they have big swords, so they fly up and hit you, or they use their thunderbolts because they are imbued with the terrible power of Vindur himself.
I'm gonna fly up to this guy, melee range, and T-pose on him.
Okay. Roll to assert dominance.
Kitty.
Yeah. Show her for a second. Hey, Basil. Basil, say hi.
So cute. All the kisses.
Oh, and she flops on my lap. Okay.
Aw. Meanwhile, behind you, one of the battle mages flies forward, conjures up a blade of pure force, and just cuts it in 2 quick slashes through the Arakocra, which plummets to the ground, dead. Do they get a save at the end of their turn? Is that how that spell works? No, just concentration or until they take damage or someone slaps
Until it takes damage.
That's wild.
Someone slaps him. Damn, that's OP.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Stunned. 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 Also stunned. Hey, stunned. Not stunned. This one will fly over and slap the boss. Back up to the top, the battle continues to rage. Mason, you're going to get a chance to go next. Why don't you go ahead and start figuring out your shit while I play with action figures?
Sounds good.
Oh, I forgot about something. I forgot about a roll you made a while ago. My bad.
What does that mean?
Well, this far out, the protections against the other worlds are just not nearly as strong.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, where there's blood, there are usually red caps.
Oh. Okay.
What the fuck?
5 red caps are drawn to the violence. and they approach.
Holy shit.
Also,
said, "Okay, you stunned everyone. I'm upping the difficulty."
Chat played a card. I'm
Oh.
a completely impartial bystander in all of this.
Add a 0 to the HP.
Alright.
Also, the wind grows worse. You may be called upon to make strength saving throws to avoid getting battered around by it. All right. Long distance arc battle mage is on the move. Crowin, go ahead and do your thing.
All right, we're gonna do a little bit of flying. Surely, wait, let's say, Garnet, are you okay over here? I'm gonna go protect the Dune Riders.
I'm like grabbing this knight by the scruff, and I'm like about to beat the shit out of him. I got you.
All right.
Scruff, and I'm like about to beat the shit out of him. I got you.
All right. We'll fly.
I'm just fighting this guy.
Yeah. We'll fly a little bit this way and cast a bright bow rune. Summon a bow, bonus action.
Okay.
And then celestial bow appears. And I will use it to shoot the one that is in melee with the Dune Riders.
Okay. Shoot the shot.
12.
Ooh, glances off the armor. No.
Alright. That will be it for my turn there. But the bow is ready.
Alright. And force weapon. And force weapon. Oh, how unfortunate. Lemon, would you mind rolling on the wheel of pain for one of these guys? One of your allies, real quick.
31.
A 31. I only have the lower level things on the automatic button wheel of pain, which is why I've switched back to the tables for a moment. 31 with magic. Oh. We'll just do a cheeky little intelligence saving throw here. Oh. This particular battle mage can only speak in abyssal.
Okay.
Until they complete a rest.
Sure.
We'll do this for that icon. All right. The Aarakocra immediately takes acid damage from getting snogged by your girlfriend, which doesn't normally happen to you. She doesn't do that. You know.
Yeah.
It melts through its face and it falls to the ground and dies.
Oh, sick.
Kind of, yeah. Literally. Mason, you already did your thing. So now it is time for one of the red caps to go forth. I feel like that's the wrong voice for that. Whatever. Kill, maim, destroy. Kill, maim, destroy.
Oh dear. They just like hit everything, right? Red caps.
They just love violence.
Oh jeez.
They have to kill in order to continue existing.
Right.
Sven immediately roll 1d6 for how much internal bleeding damage Sven takes.
Let's roll a 1. A 4.
And we're back from the void. Garnet tells me it's lovely this time of year. Ventisco has consumed a potion of healing in order to stop the internal bleeding that she's taken, and then boldly flies forward, directly to this Knight of Terra Nimbus who is in combat with the Dune Riders. And we'll give another snog. Ooh,
There we go. What the?
Armor. She just hits the armor and it like dissolves a piece of it and the spell does not spread, unfortunately. It is now that knight's turn. And he is immediately going to turn to the spellcaster instead of these two people who are attacking him. Let's see. Yeah, he can't really...
Hey, hands off my girlfriend. Hey.
Yeah, he's just going to go for the slash. He can attack twice. The first shot hits, and she takes 13 points of damage. She's kept levels with you, and she's pretty tough, just like in terms of being physically fit and all that jazz. So this is not lethal damage for her. She can take it. That was a lot of damage, however. He's not bloody, though. All right. Stunned or dead? Dead. Redcap, kill, maim, destroy. Kill, maim, destroy. Looks like blood's back on the menu, boys. Stunned. Academy Battle Mage, not stunned. Advance and attack. We're just going to go ahead and fly here and engage the active target. It flies around flanking with Sventisco and then goes in with the force weapon. Conjured out of nothing. I imagine it looking like those weapons in Skyrim, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you conjure blades.
Well.
2 solid hits, striking true for a total of, yeah, I programmed that one weird, 21 points of damage. Garnet, you're up. What do you do?
I'm gonna touch him.
Okay. Who's getting the bad touch?
Twilight. Guy in front of me is getting the bad touch.
Okay.
Boom, bad touch.
And that's a cantrip, right?
That's a spell.
Okay.
This one.
This guy right here?
One in front of me.
No, the one over here? Counterspell.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh, fucking counterspell that counterspell. I'm within range.
Oh shit!
Okay, burn your reaction and burn the spell slot. And so the thing about this, I think you should have
done
you
more
have
damage,
advantage
I
to
think.
hit stunned targets, Garnet. So just roll a d20 and see if you crit.
I'm supposed to add another d10 to that. No crit. This is a 2d10, and it's when this casting a spell slot of second or higher, the damage is increased for 1d10 for each level above first.
You'd be casting at what, level 4?
Level
5?
4.
Level 4? Okay, so roll 3d10 more.
Oh,
You absolutely reach out at point blank range, which you really don't have to do. And between the power of your mask, the power of the spell, and the power of you know what I can actually do? I can do I can do /r space math.
Okay, cool.
Check it out. It does math for me.
What the heck?
Holy shit.
Ah, cool.
34 points of damage as the touch of the void reaches out.
And he's exhausted and using my
That sucks.
cosmetic bonus action. I grab him by the scruff and I'm like lifting him up, and you know what I did to Boreas? And I'm just like having a smile.
Roll an intimidation check. Oh, he can't see your face. You're wearing the mask.
But my words are menacing.
Your words are menacing. However, fanatic loyalty, advantage on saves against being frightened or charmed.
That's
He's
tough.
frightened. God damn it. There's only so far. Teenage girls with weapons of mass destruction, that's a step too far. Where's the fear? Okay, yep. He is now frightened and stunned and exhausted. He is what we call in the business having a bad time. The Dune Riders strike back. Okay. Power of Zephyrus has been invoked. Zephyrus is one of the four winds, but is the wind of kindness and gentility. Would he defy his father? Meanwhile,
1d2 for yay or nay.
as I'm contemplating this theological debate, one of the Dune writers goes to strike up a thin blade into the weaknesses of the knight's armor, but it uses its reaction to parry, blocking the attack. It's redcap time. Well, you're not on the ground, so I'm not going to go after you. Let's see, that's 35 plus another 15. Stunned or dead? Let's play the fun new game. Stunned. Red cap. On the move, moving around the rocks.
Can I point to the stun targets and be like,
yeah,
fellas, it's lunchtime just for you.
Roll persuasion check.
Shit. Ooh, shit.
And I'm stunned, and I'm stunned, and I'm a red cap. Oh, it's stomping time. It's stomping time. Wait, these guys aren't stunned. Well, whatever. It's still stomping time. Okay, the Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus, their leader. Casts Magic Missile on Mason.
Oh, okay.
5 bolts of force lash out to strike you for a total of 13 points of force damage.
You a shield haver?
Not a shield haver.
Can't cast shield.
Also, cats on my keyboard is griefing me.
Relatable content.
Alright, 13 damage, okay.
Dead, so we can remove you from the initiative. Stunned. Not stunned. What do we do here? You know, I think we attack the thing that is trying to kill us. So... yeah, they're busy right now. Great sword. Great sword. Slashty slash, hackety hack.
Roll d60?
Yeah, 1d60 on the wheel of pain.
Yay, pain! 20.
A 20. It's not 100%, but generally speaking, the higher it rolls, the worse the pain.
Oh.
All right, 1d20 with a melee attack. Next attack deals minimum damage.
Oh.
Next hit deals minimum damage. Okay, sucks to suck. And now, top of the round, I would like both of you to roll a strength saving throw as the wind just blasts down on you, threatening to knock you prone.
Sure, it's like strength. Okay, something else.
Oh my god, thank you.
Oh.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay, maybe good.
I guess.
We're so strong.
Sven is fine too. Crap.
Oh yeah. I assume that the knights don't get affected by this?
Nah, they're one with the wind.
Yeah, true.
All right. I have decided that Zephyrus already helped you. Since you brought the Mantle of the North Wind back, this one is going for you. One character. Wait, no. Was that Gentle Wind that got hit? Yeah. Okay. The Twitch text is incorrect and I need to fix it. One character heals 2d4 plus 2 health. That is somebody on your side.
2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2. Who wants it?
What's your HP looking like?
Full.
Oh, full? Oh, I can take it, I guess.
However,
Unless, oh wait, Sven's damaged. Can we give it to Sven?
Sven is damaged. Yeah, she can take. You can give it to her. It's a player
I
choice. So
will.
roll 2d4 plus 2. She will heal that much.
Yeah.
All fear and pain effects on the battlefield have been negated. Your shadow stun is not a pain effect. Your intimidation is a fear effect, meaning that he is no longer afraid of you.
Oh.
He's gonna die peaceful, happy.
Just mad, not afraid.
Yep. All right. And a fragile truth card has been played. Whoever fails a skill check next will immediately take psychic damage from the shame of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
Okay. Seeing the new wave of threats charging in with metal boots. How the hell did that actually hit? The Dune Riders opened fire on the wave of red caps coming in. 9 points of damage. The Academy Battle Mages are up. Let's see. Garnet, you've got that one unlocked. We are going to move in and engage. That's going to take us too dangerously close to that. We're going to move in and focus fire on this one, who is almost completely surrounded now. No advantage on this, but the Force Blade is drawn and it strikes twice. And I put advantage on. Remember, when you're measuring distances with a template, always go out in cardinal directions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He already parried. He can't parry again. That is 2 hits for 37 points of damage. Francisco uses her reaction to finish him as this as the battle mage flies in with this force blade drawn and slashes it in twice. Francisco reaches into the gap and her hand glows green and acid just floods inside, melting the guy from the inside out. He is dead. Mason, you are up, though there's some NPC stuff happening as well, so go ahead and start taking your turn while I do stuff.
Alright, the knight is dead. That's one just killed, right?
Yes, that one is down.
Alright, I will go in the spot where he went down and place a circle of rejuvenation.
Very nice.
And say, if anyone needs healing, it's here.
We're not going to roll on the wheel of pain for this. We're just going to go ahead and wipe this guy out.
Go at level 3.
It's NPC on NPC violence, so it doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead and roll that 2d8 for, and I'll drop a circle here. Roll that 2d8 plus your modifier.
2d8 plus 5, 18.
Okay. Let's see. Holy. That's a lot of healing. Everybody in that area is fully healed. You also get the benefits, correct?
Yeah, yep. Fully healed.
Okay.
And
that's
then,
a 10-foot radius. Damn.
Yep. And then I guess let's take a kind of defensive position over here afterwards. And I still have a bonus action for my bright bow. And we'll shoot at, I guess, a non-stunned target. This knight over here. Mason's only hitting knights with Terra Nimbus. Wonder why.
Can't imagine.
There we go.
24
to hit.
That is good enough. There is no dodging that. The power of Rielta arcs through the air and strikes the agents of her very father.
12 damage.
This guy's dead. Red Cap. Red Cap is up next. Which one? This one. You're flying still, right?
Oh.
You can have this back. Mason, you're flying, right?
Oh.
Yes, still. Oh, actually, I guess I needed to go to the ground to put the circle. I'm kind of like low to the ground, probably like 10 feet or something. Yeah.
10 feet. That's still too far. You'll do. The Red Cap charges towards the stunned Knight of Terra Nimbus who is grounded. Oh, I'm sorry. Does stunned mean you automatically fail your dexterity saving throws? Because I feel like it means you automatically... Yeah, you do. Which means he just gets stomped on.
Brady 10 is fucking crazy.
These guys are wearing metal, like iron boots. and they're just dancing on your skull. It kind of sucks.
Crazy.
So he is now prone and just got his head trampled on. Sven is up. She feels much better. She will. All right, she does not. She remembers fighting red caps. She does not want to go snogging red caps right now. Not really feeling it. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. That's a fun spell. I didn't realize that spell worked like that. We're using this one. Areas of effect. Vitriolic sphere. It has a 20-foot diameter, which means that it is yay big. And she's going to drop it here.
Ooh, nice.
The Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus uses his reaction to counterspell.
Bitch.
Well, I've had a turn since then, right? I got a fucking
You have.
counterspell again.
Yep, burn your reaction, burn the spell slot. Wait. Yeah. Go ahead and do that, and then the spell still goes off as she casts Caustic Waste, summoning a 3-foot deep pool of acid underneath their feet.
I hate that.
Each creature is going to take 4d10, or half on a successful save, as they sink into it
Two
and
of them
begin
auto fail.
dissolving. Yeah, so 2 of them just dissolve.
Oh.
Wow.
They did not have the health for that. And then we'll do a dexterity saving throw. I didn't actually drop the spell, so I didn't see her spell save DC. All right. Drop it. 15. Sorry. That's not going to be a save. That's instead going to be 24 points of acid damage. And the Mystic Knight who attempted to sever your spell and instead got his spell severed, regrettably also starts to sink into the acid, which eats at their beautiful sky steel stuff. Meanwhile, the red cap, who does not have advantage on this, we're taking the first one, also fails and screams as it sinks up to its knees. It's 3 foot deep. Screams as it sinks up to its everything and just disappears. And is melted. This Knight of Terra Nimbus is dead. This red cap is not going to charge into that pile of acid. Pass, thank you. And is instead going to use its whole turn to rush forward, unable to actually make the attack. This Knight of Terra Nimbus has been squashed, and yeah, he's down. Garnet, don't forget you are concentrating on that effect, because your spell does have concentration on it. Meanwhile, the battle mages fan out to try to take down the incoming wave of red caps, unleashing a barrage of force darts on the enemy. And you know what? Desperate times call for desperate measures. We're here to save lives. Activate Arcane Surge to automatically inflict double the damage dice for a total of...
Ooh.
It's another 12, so 36 points of damage because the modifier doesn't get applied twice. And I need to adjust their things so you can see their hit points, but this guy is not having a good time. Garnet, it is your turn. What do you do?
I just can't figure out where I want to put this bomb. Ugh.
How big is it?
It's a 15 feet from the point I choose.
So it's a 15-foot radius.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking I do this and I fling the other guy in.
It's from a point. It's from a point. It's slightly larger than that. You're going to want on your measuring tool
edge
to, instead of snap to center, snap to corner.
Oh, okay. Oh, snap to corner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you get everything.
Dumb. I feel like that made it worse. I think
Let's see
it's
if I have-
about the same. That's fine. Just
All right.
do
What
it.
are you doing to them? Oh, that's too big. That is too big. Is it?
This.
One,
Is
two,
it?
three.
Oh,
No,
looks-
this is actually the perfect size.
That looks good.
Park it wherever you want it.
I think that's good. And before I do that, I'm going to use Fundamentals of Shadow to cast the cantrip as a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to use my Twilight Tendril to toss this
On-
stunned guy
Mhm.
into it, which he should auto fail that save.
Yes, he does.
And
Go
then
ahead and
I
roll the
life-
damage as well, because he takes that damage.
Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah. Plus 7. And then I'll roll life drain.
So you grab him, hurl him. You don't want to throw him into the vortex, right? You're not trying to throw him back home.
No, but it just into the circle of the life
Yep.
drain before I set it up.
Oh, we're throwing the book at him,
Ooh.
aren't we?
We are? I'm just life draining them. I just wanted him to be part of the fun because he's sort of out of the radius of it.
Isn't life drain one of your book spells?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, throwing the book at him.
Oh.
I made a joke.
Ah.
Oh. Oh
Jesus.
no. Oh no. Yeah, this guy's dead.
That's a lot of damage.
It doesn't matter if he saves against that. He's just dead. Yeah, this Aarakocra, desiccated, turned into a withered, dried up skeleton. 42. That's theoretically survivable if he makes this. Which he doesn't. Please roll 1d60 on the wheel of pain.
Pain, yay.
All right. A 21 player character magic hit. What does that do? Triple damage against that one guy.
Okay.
He was already dead.
Holy shit.
He's super omega dead.
Life drained his whole family line with that one.
You cast family side. Critical success.
What the
Which one is that?
The boss only takes 21 points of damage.
What about this guy?
Which guy?
I'm pinging. That guy.
You can't get both this guy and this guy in it.
Oh, I Twilight Tendrilled him into the circle.
No, I thought you Twilight Tendrilled the knight that you were fighting.
No, the guy that was on the outside of the circle.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Because I'm like, I'm already fucking this guy up. So I was trying to
then
throw the.
You can have
this
18 life
guy.
back. You can have 18 life back, and this guy's super mega dead. All right. It is done. You drained all that sweet, sweet life force, and I think your whole party is like at full health right now.
Sven still dead?
She's down like 3 health.
I circled people over here for healing.
Okay. Then I do nothing. But continue to intimidate the guy in front of me, but not actually because I used my bonus action.
Correct. Accurate. All right. They're splitting their forces. This guy's going to go forward and... Dune Rider, who are we attacking here? Who are we attacking here? All right. You know what? We're going after... We're going to keep killing this guy while he's down so that the red cap does not focus on us. Stab with that thin desert blade. Hit for 2 damage. One of these red caps is still alive. You. Okay, we are, again, not going into the goddamn pit of acid. We'll go over here. Charge. Knight of Terra Nimbus. This guy is still stunned and can't do anything about anything. This Aarakocra is now a pile of bones. The Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus. Let's go back and see how that acid spell worked. Caustic Waste. Enter on your turn or ends on your turn. Okay, so the Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus is no longer stunned and is going to fly straight up to not be in the goddamn acid. And then let's see, what can we do here? What are our options?
Mason's just staring at him, ready.
I'm choking out his friend.
Okay, well, thank you. That helps with the decision process. Flies up towards you and is going to swing his mace at you twice. First, it crackles with lightning. 12. That doesn't hit, right? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so. And now it is covered with frost.
Is?
His mace is. Please roll 1d60 on the wheel of pain.
Yay! Da 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 da.
Love to see it.
Da, da, da. 9.
9. 9, 9, 9, 9. Let's see. Melee attack. Swing wide. The target may make an opportunity attack against you.
Oh.
If you have any inspiration to burn and you burn it, I will let you use a touch cantrip or a touch spell.
Touch. I ain't got no touch. You know what? I'll deal with you in a second. As this like shit bounces off my armor. Give me a
Just
minute.
hitting that like
I'll get to you.
void forged nonsense. All right, you got your bones sucked out. You also got your bones removed. You are alive, and we are going to. We don't have that special ability, do we? Screw it. Point blank range arrow attack.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna shoot you in the face with an arrow. And it works. It goes directly into this guy's eye socket and he falls over. Dead. The battle mages are now focusing their fire on... You seem to have that handled, but... You know, pretty sure that Undramala would kill me if you don't come back alive. So we're just going to do a little flank and spank here. Flies to your defense, swings the force weapon twice.
Oh, shit.
All right. Yeah, some of that you can ignore. That's
Oh.
26 points of damage, not... we're only taking the first value. I entered this spell weird. But 26 damage is not bad. The guy who's stuck speaking Abyssal is going to just rain down 4 starts on the red caps. And everything that he casts now is like... No, not for... No, cancel that. It wasn't Ray of Frost. It was Force Bolt. No, it wasn't Force Weapon either. God damn it. What's wrong with me? He's just like going... It's the language, you know? It's because his language is messed up. It's screwing with his spells. There we go. 16 points of force damage. Doink. Mason, you are up. What do you do?
Mason's just staring at the big Knight of Terra Nimbus that just flipped to Garnet and saw to try to hit her and is just gonna blast him with the Chaos Bolt.
Go ahead and do it. I'm just gleefully
chaos.
carving apart people who are defenseless at the moment.
Oh, 6 and 7. So that will be psychic damage.
Okay. I'm inside your brain.
15 damage.
I don't
and
get a
then
saving
we'll-
throw, right? I just take this damage.
Nope, it's just the attack
Okay.
roll.
15 points of damage. Bam.
And then bright bow shot. 23.
Okay.
Or
11 points of damage. Tears from her bow. We are severely injured, but we're a bad enough boss that we're not in finish him range yet.
Alright.
All right,
That'll
slashy,
be it.
slashy. It is Sven's turn. She is still concentrating on the... She can't really communicate with Garnet. She's going to drop concentration on Caustic Waste. So she can cast it again. This time, over here.
Nice.
And just beneath these 3. This is probably her best
Sorry.
attack spell right now. No, you're good.
All right.
Each. Okay, so they can save dexterity, except for the stunned guy who can't do shit except dissolve. As for these 2, they do get dexterity saving throws. Not with advantage. We're going to take the first one. Ooh. Roll on the wheel of pain.
1s and 20s.
What the hell?
1d60. One of you 2, whoever rolls it first, we're going to go with your results.
Oh, sure. 50.
Ooh.
And you know, she's a player companion. We'll give her the player table. Oh,
Pain.
quadruple damage.
Red cap just fucking explodes.
Okay, so it takes 90 points of damage and
Thanks,
no longer exists. Just like bloop. She's now concentrating on that spell. This red cap is dead. This battle mage scans the area for valid targets. There's like no red caps left either. There's only 1 red cap left, and yeah, he's never getting out of there. We're just going to go ahead and force dart him from above, if you don't mind. Give him deep's nuts. Ooh, 12. That's a miss. Garnet, it is your turn. You have 2 possible targets. One is stunned, one is not.
Oh.
What do you do?
Do I do the funny thing or do I do the correct
I did it for the lulz. I did it.
Content,
for the
of
lulz.
course.
Oh. For this tornado teleportation, is it like a normal teleportation circle where if you just stand on it, you get teleported?
It's
Or
a
is it like a
column of
bird?
air. It's a tornado. If you step into the tornado, it will physically pull you and metaphysically pull you, yank you up to the Sky Kingdom.
Oh. Man, I wish I had used my fundamentals of shadow differently. Shove still a bonus action?
No, that's Baldur's Gate.
Boo! Hate this.
Tell you what, you can vote backstage in Discord on if you want to implement that as a thing.
All of us with -2 strength. We want shove! We want shove!
Pay no more!
Oh, I know what I'll do.
Pull my arm, don't you? What do you do?
Necrotic Shroud. Everyone within 10 feet possibly shits themselves in fear.
Okay. All right. You activate these skeletal wings of billowing darkness. Arc forward. The Knights of Terra Nimbus are fanatics. They have advantage on this. This is a wisdom saving throw. I think a 17 beats you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Wait. Yeah, that would be. All right. The Knight of Terra Nimbus is not terrified. The Academy Battle Mage is horrified by what he sees. And the guy who's still stunned and can't do anything, he's like, I was really scared, but now I feel better. But now I'm really scared again. Wait, the stun wears off when he takes damage. He shouldn't be stunned anymore. All right, well, he's not stunned anymore, but he is, his brain has been brained. Yeah, I totally nerfed that whole fight. Crap. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
No.
Okay. Well, he's no longer stunned, so he's going to go ahead and, with disadvantage... Oh, no, you know what he's going to do? Thunderwave. Roll a strength saving throw, please.
Oh.
Damn it. You only take half damage. He really wanted to make you go away. You take 5 damage. which goes off
Okay.
your 10 hit points from your armor. The Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus is going to... I don't really have a good line for this, do I? Do I? No, I don't. Damn. Do I?
Does he? Uh-oh.
Nah, we're not going to go for the desperation attack. We're just going to try to kill you. All right, shocking. Let's see. That guy can see me, but he hits really hard. Nope, we're just going to go for it. Shocking strike against Garnet. A 19 to hit. Does that hit you? You take 5 bludgeoning and 15 lightning for a total of...
I have a better idea.
Okay. What's your better idea?
Lucky to make him re-roll that.
All right.
Oh.
Still take the damage if he hits. 12. And a
Huge.
freezing strike.
Oh.
An 11. Doink.
How much damage do I take? Is it just
0.
half of... Oh, 0. Okay.
Nah, he missed. You luckied him.
Yeah.
All right. The Academy Battle Mage is not going to free because we're professionals. Is going to attack and does not have advantage because terror. In his distracted state, his first strike misses. His second strike pierces through the Knight of Terra Nimbus's armor for 16 damage, and the Mystic Knight of Terra Nimbus collapses, falling to the ground with an audible crunch. This guy over here is just screaming and continuing to bombard this stupid red cap with 4 starts while screaming.
The boss
in promo.
died?
Was that?
Did the boss die? This blue?
Yeah. This guy,
Oh.
the guy who's terrified of you, shivved him with a force blade.
Wow.
The only guy left is your best friend. Mason, your turn. There's a red cap in the puddle of acid. There is this dude over here who is afraid and low on health.
Yeah.
Are we
Knights of
taking
Terra Nimbus.
hostages? And I'm like picking
we?
him up by the scruff, and as this guy's like trembling.
Jason's like bow aimed at him. It's like, are we? Decide now.
The wind howls. You can't hear each other.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
okay, you're all good. Shoot him.
I don't, yeah, I'm just shooting him. Get
Okay.
a little better fucking line of sight. Fly up in the air a little bit more.
Yeah, that's gonna. Can you get any further? Oh, does not matter. Does not matter.
25.
Irrelevant.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Does that do it?
Nope. This is
Oh,
health bar, by the
okay.
way. It's hiding behind Garnet's health bar. There you go.
We're gonna chaos bolt then. Chaos bolt
Okay.
tonight.
Cast it.
Only at level 1 this time. 14 to hit.
No joy.
Oh.
That
Oh.
armor is good. It goes flying off, searing into the howling darkness. Redcap is going to haul ass out of that. And is your circle concentration?
No.
Okay. Does it differentiate between people?
It will get healed when a creature enters a circle.
Okay.
It'll get healed.
Roll for that healing, please.
Let's low roll here.
Okay, pretty low roll.
11.
Yeah, no. That's pretty good.
Chop. Chop. Chop.
What the fuck?
Cuts-
3 chops?
Yeah. Cuts this Dune Rider, hacks to absolute pieces.
Oh.
Some blood sprays everywhere as the Redcap cackles maniacally, stopping for a moment, reaching off and using its bonus action to dip its hat in the blood and stick it back on its head. It drips down through its eyebrows and through its huge bristly mustache as it cackles wildly. Santisco looks at it in disgust. And Well, that would hit a friendly. She will stop concentrating on this nonsense here. And all roads lead to friendlies. This one doesn't. Tasha's Caustic Brew. She spews out acid in a stream, and she will... it didn't ask me to upcast it. Damn. I wanted to cast that at level 3. So it's going to be an additional 44 damage.
Let's go.
Ooh, 12. The diabolical redcap rolls its dexterity saving throw to step out of the blast, succeeds, and only takes 6 points of acid damage. However, as long as she concentrates on it, it'll continue to take that acid damage at the start of each of its turn. And now that it's flanked, the other battle mage will move in for the kill. Hopefully. Garnet, you are up next. This guy's fate is in your hands. Go ahead and decide what you're going to do about that.
Are they about to kill the last red cap?
Yeah, they just did. Well, yeah, the guy goes before you. He's going to kill the last red cap.
Can I do an end of combat thing?
Yeah, this guy's not dead, but he's close to it.
I want to throw him into the circle, the tornado, but hold him up and be like, tell them exactly who did this, and toss him using a bit of help of the Twilight Tendril, but it's more than 10 feet, so it's like an end of combat.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to walk him over there and toss him.
Like holding him halfway in, and so the wind is like tearing at him as you're holding him for a moment. You have to shout to be heard over the wind, but he hears, and then this barely alive knight gets dragged back up to the Sky Kingdom. And as he goes, my computer freezes. No, the vortex fades away. The wind is still howling, but it's not nearly as strong as it was. The battle is resolved, and we are going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. When we return, drama probably. Yeah, drama, I think.
Your last saving throw. With a third success, you are back up with 1 HP.
What will you do with it?
I cast sleep at 5th level.
Do you have more than 57 HP? Do you have more than 57 HP?
44.
I'm gonna get you.
Freestyle.
Okay, everyone, just believe in yourself, okay? You need to be able to just stretch your bony little arms out and let go of Bolshaya. Richard Simmons, by the way, in case no one realizes what I'm doing. And I'm going to hit some persuasion.
You won't tell anyone about the whole infernal shit, and we won't tell everyone you do drugs? Like, we all have an understanding that we're all keeping secrets, right?
Am I keeping secrets?
You are now.
Snitches get stitches, or whatever.
So
Snitches
then
get
why
more
would
things slipped into
you
their food.
snitch then?
Yeah, no snitching.
No sharing.
I wasn't thinking about snitching.
Mason's never been extorted before.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. Sounds fun though. I've never done Mordain, but after Ariana died, I haven't been interested. So, but I trust you.
I didn't die.
Oh, you kind of crossed over a little bit, but it's fine. We got you back, buddy. Faster.
They were on their way to find Sig, Ariana's tutor, the head of magical botany, and someone who had already been a vector for the Infernals in a previous incident. And if Unter Mialu, the library cat, would get off of my stream deck so I could run the show, that would be fantastic.
Oh, Is it Athalor time? Let me at him. Let me at that.
Regards. Regards.
I'll kill that little.
All right.
I just remembered. This is the wrong deck of cards.
That's a great excuse.
I left the correct one just outside.
As persuasive and convincing as that sounds, I'm going to have you roll a deception check.
Okay. 32.
Oh. Alex melts away and vanishes, replaced by Cyrus.
In handcuffs?
Yes. Yes.
He
Except that his eyes are wrong. They are filled with piercing blue light.
Oh damn! The stream is about to get good.
got blue eyes too.
That I would be among a band of misfits. Unfortunately, I missed that train, but I'm here now. On an adventure. My abilities include licking my butt and stretching. That's all.
You will come in most handy.
I don't need hands to do that.
You want some Zaza?
What's a Zaza?
Okay. Roll an Arcana check for me, please.
What an excellent time to use a Raidspiration.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and knock that one off immediately.
Oh, we're starting strong, boys and girls.
Oh, now you get the double ones. It's not me anymore.
What am I, Alex?
Do you have any more nonsense in your bag of tricks?
Yeah, I do have 2 extra.
I just
lucky
want to
die.
test. Yeah, it's a you problem.
Okay, here's my lucky die. That one's
Oh.
better. It's a skill issue. What can I say?
Skill issue.
There's nothing left.
This is not why you have come.
Roll a persuasion. What say you to this plea?
No!
Tears of glitter fall from my eyes.
It doesn't do anything for you.
Oh.
Yep. Sorry. It doesn't stack
What?
to become immunity.
Okay.
They give you one
it
anyways
to-
because like they don't necessarily know, but yeah, everybody now has 1 potion of necrotic resistance.
I'll just slide mine over to Athalor.
All right,
There you
you
go.
have 2 potions of necrotic resistance.
You got a lot of potions on you. You're the potion guy.
Potion
Thanks.
seller.
I didn't elect to become a potion.
The Dune Riders that you protected from the wrath of Terra Nimbus from being dragged off into the Sky Kingdom to fuel the vengeful sovereign of the skies and his war against all that is free upon the clouds. They are very grateful to you for your defense, even though they lost one of their own. They understand life is dangerous. Their people have been fighting the Raveners, the Designers, so they will absolutely grieve, but they're not going to hold it against you at all. You saved their lives. There's nothing here. I mean, you're welcome to do anything that you want to here, but when you're ready, you can return back to the academy.
I think when everything's like wrapping up, like the combat and like assessing damage, and when Mason notices that the Dune Rider is dead, it's just like probably is like by like Sventisco or something. Maybe Garnet, she's over there as well. At that point, just be like, I feel I could have saved him. The red cap was right there, and I just saw the knight, and I just I ignored it, and now he's dead, and just gestures down to the where the Dune Rider was.
Sven is quiet as she tries to think of something comforting to say. Roll an insight check, please, Rowan. And Lemon, if you'd like as well.
9.
You're
It's
too in
not,
your feelings at the moment to really. 22. Garnet, the way Sven is hesitating to answer, she sympathizes with Mason, but she also agrees with him.
Oh, you could have saved him.
She's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what she's thinking. Is it's not like you could have saved him. It's more that you prioritized attacking your enemy for personal reasons over saving lives. And she's not going to make a big deal of it because, like, she's made a lot of mistakes herself, and he recognizes it already. She's not going to be an asshole about it. She's trying to figure out the best way to be comforting and reassuring without saying, no, it's totally fine. Everything you do is okay.
And I guess Garnet's like running on a little bit of adrenaline after just how fun that fight was, because I guess they haven't done a fight in a while, and just puts 2 hands on Mason's shoulders like, you are so cool! Oh my god, that shot you hit from like 100 feet! You were incredible! You saved a lot of people today. I'm
Mason
so
just like
serious.
stares in like shock almost, like wasn't expecting anything like that, and just like midway through what Garnet
You
was
would have
saying, just
lost
starts like
way
shaking his head.
more. You would have
No,
lost
it
way
wasn't.
more if you fought so well. I've never seen you shoot like that.
No, it's not about how many we can stop from. It's about saving people, Garnet. That was why we were here.
We're not perfect, Mason. We're never going to be able to save everybody. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to make bad choices. But we're still going to do more good than harm. Okay?
I'm saying that you saved a lot of people because you hit every shot. If you would have missed, a lot more bad would have happened. And we did this without Athalor. We did this without any teachers. I think this is not the perfect scenario, but one of the best case scenarios.
If you don't miss, doesn't matter if you don't choose the right target in the first place.
You saved a lot of lives. And you're not going to forget this. And that means that after this, you're going to do even better.
Yeah. I'll try.
You will. You will. There's like a huge contrast. Anyone who's actually paying attention to the area, the Dune Riders are not like intruding on your conversation right now. They will take care of their own dead. Sven goes through a little bit of the battlefield and grabs a massive sky steel sword. It's almost as big as her, but it's surprisingly light. So she's going to bring that back with her. They don't carry any money, coinage, anything on them. But those who weren't dissolved by acid or whatnot, they do have their armor and their weapons. Is there anything you want to take with you?
Not for Mason. Just kind of
okay.
Quiet, just like kind of passively look around the battlefield, but like not moving around much.
Does the boss carry like a map or something that would indicate like their battle plans or even what they know about the area or just instructions?
No, nothing. Roll a history check for me, please. This isn't a magical creature. This is a person.
I will die that.
All right. 22. What is most likely is that this entire war party, including the Mage Knight, we're just told you're going down that conduit right there. When you arrive, you are going to capture anyone who you can and take whatever you can and return. And that was the extent of their instructions. But you also know that they, again, Terra Nimbus conducts raids like this all over the world. They don't just do it to Ioth Academy. They do it to the Infernal Realms as well. They attack the Iron Empire and such. But that's how they get more Knights of Terra Nimbus. They abduct people and indoctrinate them. And that's how they like fuel their war effort when they need food for the giant armies that are flying over the clouds right now. They grow some of it up there and they steal the rest. Anything else?
No, bring back a souvenir for Athalor.
Okay, what do you want to bring back?
One of the metal gauntlets.
Okay.
The right hand only.
Make sure to right hand. Make sure to add it to your inventory. So you don't forget. Because sometimes I forget things. The flight back to the academy is uneventful. Mason is quiet along the way. You each have your own separate carpets, so there's not, and with the wind rushing past you, there's not really a whole lot of opportunity for chit chat. When you arrive, other teams are reporting in. It seems like the warding and alert spells set across the entire area did their jobs. Thanks to Ioth Academy, many, many lives were saved, and the raids were largely a failure. Chad Chaddington had a plan for this. He had been planning, like, this was one of his contingency scenarios. He led the response. He did a great job. And thanks to you, that's one more mission that succeeded. So overall, despite the fact that it's like post-battle, people were injured and such, the mood is good. And the storm passes on. Let me know when you're ready to advance time.
Yeah, I think after getting back, Mason would, I mean, I don't know, if there's any like post-battle, like report to Intermaller type stuff, would like go to any of that, just
you would definitely be
kind of
debriefed.
distracted. Yeah. Well, you know, say what happened and everything, but and probably just like go back to his room unless Garnet had something.
I will like add on to his notes. I'm wondering if I could transmit any specific arcane notes about the teleportation method they use, if there's a way to like what it looked like up close, and like I knew anything about how to disable, like if a dispel magic would have just worked or anything about it.
Roll an Arcana check. This will be flat because this is not about magical creatures. 16.
Oh, luck die.
Okay.
You know, we're about to go to sleep there.
All right, why not? 21. All right, so it's pretty powerful, those conduits. It's not like a specific spell. It's more a function of Terra Nimbus or the actual will of Vindur himself. It can be hit with the Dispel magic, but it counts as a pretty high level spell. It counts as a level 7 spell. And the will of the other side is pretty strong. So it's doable, but not perfect. Now, if you were to take a blade that can cut through planar boundaries, like the Infernal Knight's blade that Athalor's been keeping under the floorboards, that could sever the connection instantly.
And there's nothing like a stronger wind that can just overpower it.
Vindur's a sovereign of the skies. Any wind that you conjure, he'll just take from you if it's in his area of power. void magic could probably disrupt it as well. There's some other things that could break up the pattern and mess with it in that regard.
Because there was no sigil or like symbol on the ground. It's just wind.
Yeah, it's because it's nothing about that spot. It's more like they dropped that from above. These things descend from the clouds, and wherever they land, that's the point where you can go up and down.
I guess we can transmit the Krakatoa. What are they called?
Aarakocra.
People.
Yeah.
Aarakocra. Maybe just what I know about those species.
Well,
want me to roll? I can.
No, actually, Elna told you a little bit about them. She's an Aurai, a winged elf. The winged elves live, they're native to the Sky Kingdom. That's where they dwell. Their settlements, they often share their settlements with Aarakocra. Bird people, effectively. So they kind of, some of them, they share the same habitat, they share some culture in common and such. But because the Aarakocra are one of the more populous species in the Sky Kingdom, they're also, when I tell you, yeah, Vindra's trying to conquer the Sky Kingdom and stuff, those are the people he's usually conquering. Are Aarakocra and occasionally Aurai. So he conquers them, subjugates them, conscripts them into his armies. The ones that you fought there were rank and file. The more powerful ones either can control wind magic or are highly skilled like predators and assassins because they strike like birds of prey. But yeah, Elna didn't have anything bad to say about them. They're just unfortunately fighting on the wrong side of this particular conflict. Anything else? Okay. Time rolls onward. And the omen, the grim omen hanging over Anacra, something you can feel is just wrong. You hear words of violence and riots in Canar, the Brass Dragon tribe. Elements of the Raveners, the madness of Tillabek spreading like a disease until the people, dragonborn and humans alike, are setting fire to their own beautiful structures and tearing things down. Shortly afterwards, Marison is scheduled to come visit. Is there any preparation that you would like to do for this visit, Garnet? And not Alexander. Holy crap! Plot twist. No. I promise.
It was me the whole time.
You thought it was Mason, but it was me, Dio. Is there anything that Mason needs to kind of do over the next few days just to deal with the aftermath of that slightly traumatic encounter?
So there's a lot of reflection. I think that's how I kind of deals with a lot of things. Maybe like talk to Sven a little bit more.
Yeah, her attitude about it is that we didn't make this mess, right? We're not the ones who wanted to kill that person. Yeah, we could have stopped it, but there are so many bad things happening and so many forces that were set in motion before we were even born to create this situation and all the disasters and violence we try to save people from, that we just need to accept that it's not our fault. And we have an obligation to do everything we can to save as many lives as we can, but we're not going to get everybody. This is just bigger than us. And we need to learn to live with that and be okay with it.
Well, Mason hears all that and resonates with it, and thanks her and everything. But there's still something that he can't quite place that's bothering him about it all, and it's kind of hangs over him, I think, for the next few days, and does a lot of reflection on it. But it's very clearly something's a little bit off, but not too much, but noticeably so.
Okay. Garnet, your mom's coming to say hello. What are your plans? What you got planned for that? How you want to prep for that?
Just maybe find a nice like garden area to maybe just set up a table with some tea, unless she cares for something else. But that's just the idea of how to greet her somewhere nice.
Okay. In one of the nicer gardens somewhere on the ring. And no, she's not like, I don't want to drink tea. She's very much in the mode of what do you normally drink? Let's do that. Where do you normally eat? Let's do that.
I want to be cool. She just kind of sets up, maybe with help of Cyrus, if he has any like things he can help bake, or like tea or some shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. He'll make a whole spread for the general. Don't fuck this up. To himself, not you.
No pressure, but you're cooking for my mom.
Yeah, he stays up all night like baking. He makes like 3 different loaves of spiced bread until he picks the one that he likes the most and goes with it. When she does arrive, she is not wearing her armor, which she like goes almost everywhere in her armor most of the time. She does have a small escort, a couple of Phoenix Knights with her, but they don't come into the room, the garden where you're eating. They stay outside. And when she sees you, what is Garnet's mood? What's her stance? What is she projecting?
I guess she's like seated at the table, just waiting for her, and maybe sees the escort, sees her out of armor, doesn't know how to react, and she looks uneasy and unsure. But she'll like stand up, out of politeness. When someone arrives at a table, you stand up, and just stands up and waits for her to approach.
Okay. She gives you a smile and walks forward, and bear hug. Bear hug-ish. Just goes right in for the hug.
Hugs her back.
Okay. All right. She relaxes a little bit when you hug her back, and then she'll go ahead and sit down.
Sits and just like immediately it starts like, either if the tea's not already, like
Just
bags
like
are not
fussing with
in,
things.
just is being active, just staying busy with the hands, and is very quiet as she sits down.
All right. She sees what you're doing, and she's a very insightful middle-aged woman. She kind of lets you do that for a little bit. Not long enough for it to get awkward, but like long enough for you to sort of get some of that. And then, I'm happy to see you. I don't know how much you've been able to study these days, but I haven't. What's going on in your life? I never get to talk about it.
I got an A in mathematics last week, and just is like the kind of making sure all the fixings are perfect, and just trying to make the normal mom talk seem normal, but it's not normal.
Roll a deception check, please. Or performance, your call.
Oh, shit.
Wow!
I'll take disadvantage, I guess, because I'm just not... Okay, I'm still just really convincing, I guess.
All right, well, she gets a roll anyways.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
That's great, sweetie.
She does ask questions along the way, but it's not like prying questions. It's more like, tell me more about that. Just those sorts of little staying engaged, trying to be an active listener sort of thing. I imagine Garnet can keep that going for a while, right?
Yeah, let me start rolling some con saves. All right. She starts like asking questions, and she's like, the more she's able to move around, it's like a nervous thing. And then maybe she like goes to put her cup down, and it just spills all over the table, and she's just like, just the longest sigh, and it's just like now her face is starting to break down, and it's hopefully even with the one insight she could tell that it's
it'd be like
not going well.
That's a new roll. Oh my god. All right, That's she'll reach out with a non-gauntleted hand, a very strong and scarred up but non-gauntleted hand, and just to sort of grab whichever hand of yours she can reach.
And she'll like let her grab it.
Mhm.
And now that she's touching it, could probably feel like her hands are shaking a bit, and she's gets more upset now that she knows that she's upset, and just stays quiet.
She's gonna think for a moment, and then I am so proud of you. I am so. She almost says the word blessed, but then doesn't and reels it back. Fortunate to call you my daughter. You work incredibly hard. You understand things that just sound like noise to me. And you put yourself in danger all the time to protect others. And that's very, very hard, isn't it?
Like in shock, as she says like the word proud, she like looks up at her, like completely shocked, and kind of then starts tuning out the rest of it, and just there's nothing to be proud of. Um, something's wrong. Nothing feels real. I don't know if I'm depressed. 'Cause nothing I wanted matters anymore. And succeeding in school and studying this magic is the only thing that makes sense. I just can't do this without her. She starts crying.
Okay. For a this does. Sometimes the dice want to tell their own story. All right, we don't have to be totally bound by that, but I am going to let it partially inform me. El now? Why not?
Because she did everything for me, and she always knows the right thing to do, and stops me from hurting myself or other people, and she just always knew what to do.
In her head, she thought she knew where this was going, and then it took a very different path. She's struggling to follow along with you, but she definitely wants to. Where would she go from here? I'm so sorry, Garnet. I'm so sorry for your pain and your loss.
She pulls her hand, like kind of slowly slides her hand out from under hers, and like keeps her hands close to herself. That's why I said there's nothing to be proud of. Like, I'm the reason she died, and I hate it. I hate myself, and I hate being in Bralta, because all it does is remind me of all the things that I just can't be for you.
You're the best thing that you could possibly be from me. Alive. When I thought that you were gone, I didn't let anybody be an L now for me. I didn't let anybody stop me from hurting myself or others. And I caused a lot of pain against people who didn't deserve it. And it was for selfish reasons. It's because I was hurting. And I have to lead these men into battle against terrible armies and awful devils and horrifying things while knowing that they shouldn't be proud of me because of the things that I've done. But you, Garnet, you weren't doing something selfish. You weren't trying to hurt anybody. You were trying to help. And the horrible, horrible things that happened to her and to Athalor's mother, that's not your fault. That is the work of the enemy. They wanted to cause pain, and they wanted to cause grief. You wanted to help. And I am proud of you for that.
She gave her life to save me, because I would have died with her if she did not throw me out of that building. So I want to give my life to save her, and I would give up anything to get her back. And that's why I'm exiling myself from Brontha, because I will be resurrecting El now from the dead. And I know that goes against everything that Brontha wants and the cycle and everything. This is not just about me. This is about the safety and the future of the Academy. I need her back.
Roll an insight check with disadvantage due to being distraught, please. Okay, an 11. Elnau wasn't one of she cared little for our ways and our faith. But what she did was the highest embodiment of what it means to follow the Sunrider. She let herself die so that you could live. And that is such an act of love and of goodness for you. She loved you very much and she cared deeply about you. And even if she didn't mean for it to be sacred, it was. It was a sacred act she did. And depending on what you give up, it would desecrate that act if you hurt yourself too badly after she gave her life for you.
I don't know what the ritual is gonna cost. I This is the first time doing it, and it's not like what happened with Athalor. It's like deeper, and I don't even know how to explain how it works. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's gonna work.
Have you asked for guidance? Have you prayed? Has your father spoken to you?
No. Never has. I'm talking to the sage and Untamuller. That's all the guidance. I mean, the whole academy approves of this ritual, and I'm telling you because you're gonna find out, and I want you to hear it from me.
You said that you told me that you'd seen him, and he'd spoken to you in Calor's court.
What?
Your father, you told me that he appeared to you.
But I've never known him.
Yes, you have. He, up until you were taken from us, you were everything that mattered to him. He loved you more than the entire court and his position as high priest, any of it. You meant everything to him.
I mean, I've seen a figure in light, but it was never by him. It's always been you and me.
You don't but you told me about the night that he died.
What? I'm so...
I'm going to give her a roll here, but concern.
I mean, I don't remember much of the night. I just... traveling somewhere. You sent me somewhere, I think, and my cart tipped over, and Merrick found me, and I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing a couple of checks for her. Okay. She is as confused as you are.
Look
Your
at
father... Sorry, go ahead.
something's been wrong, and things have been messing with my head lately, and I don't know why, or... Are you sure?
With all my heart. With all of his heart on his sacred name. If you say something is wrong and things have been messing with your head, then you should come home. Look, I have trusted first and foremost in my mind, my blade, and my men. The rest of the Phoenix Knights, they wield holy fire and call upon Zalar for guidance and strength, and I do not. I am their leader, and I don't call upon that power. I practice and I work hard. I've always believed that mattered more than even the help of the gods, but they are not. You mattered so much to your father and to the Sunrider. I think you should come home. I think that's where you should turn for help.
only Master L now would know what's going on. And just be met with resentment, and they already hate me. If I'm gonna go against, I'm doing this ritual, and I need to bring her back, and I can't go back on Bronthon's soil if I go against the Sunrider.
Then come back before that happens. If you haven't done anything and something's wrong and you don't feel right, then home is where you should seek healing. You helped heal Athalor from something that he was born with that shouldn't even have been possible. Don't you deserve the same? Don't you deserve at least that? For everything that you've done? Everything that you've been through?
They can fix me, and I don't want to burn. I need to fix what I broke before I fix me. And I promised Inaros I would come to Brontha for my birthday, because it means a lot to everyone, but I don't want to go back.
I promise I'll stay with you the whole time. If anybody wants to shame you or reject you, they can go through the general of Brontha's armies.
I'll be there on my birthday and go from there.
I'll be there. I'll be the first person that you see and the last person to say goodbye. Do you want to call it a scene there? All right. All right. She leaves. Definitely worried for her daughter. Garnet leaves still very determined, but confused about what lies ahead and even what lies behind. Mason struggles with the vision of justice that the Gold Dragon God shared with him. Every single place where he could have done the right thing and didn't. And now there is one more place in his own memory that he carries with him. And you all have some time to sit with that before the great event itself. There are 10 days, 11 technically. There are 11 days from now to Zalar's day. And originally I was contemplating doing that visit now, but Athalor has an interesting relationship with Brontha, with the Sunrider and all of that, and it's something that his character has been struggling with. So I'd like to include him in that. We can go all the way up to that day, and then I think we should stop for him.
Cool.
Before I hit you with other things that are happening out in the world, are there any scenes that you want to create? Or actions and tasks that you want to take on?
Last time the whole like Liban thing happened, and then Mason had acquired some like knowledge on sealing, like runes of sealing. So probably would, I mean, if like days go by, it's not gonna spend the whole day, reflecting, contemplating. It's gonna try to do some productive stuff. And probably try to look more into those runes.
Okay.
Yeah, just trying to gain more knowledge on it.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage, because it's runes.
Arcana advantage 13. Oh boy, I mean, lucky dice, I guess, as well. Sure.
That's gonna take some work.
Okay.
So there's a couple things you learn about this sort of binding. There are a number of spells that can be used to bind entities. Magic Circle. I don't remember if it's called Magic Circle Against Good and Evil or if it's just called Magic Circle. But if you search for Magic Circle in the compendium, it should show up. Magic Circle can be cast in a way where instead of hedging things out, it can keep things inside instead. It only lasts for 1 hour, but you can create a permanent magic item. A lot of the times when people create circles to imprison a creature, they are effectively making a permanent magic item that always has Magic Circle active. There's also the spell Planar Binding, which you can look up. Now, keep in mind, as a sorcerer, you may not have direct access. You can't just copy these spells. Nobody in the party is a wizard anymore. Literally no one in this party can just copy spell scrolls. The Planar Binding spell, it's level 5 spell. It takes an hour to cast. And they have to be in range for the entire time. So they literally say in the description of the spell that normally you create the circle, summon a creature into the circle, and then cast the binding spell on it. And it binds it for 24 hours. Now, again, that's a 5th level spell. If you use a 9th level spell slot, they're bound to you for a year and a day. Whatever was used to bind, thinking Blickdual, which is the Kuatoa deity, that's not entirely Dubasif. Whatever was used to bind Dubasif was, again, probably that a planar binding effect, but instead of being a spell, it was a permanent magic item. Runes are frequently used for this. If you're trying to bind an infernal entity, like a devil or something, you either use infernal runes or you use celestial runes, which are inimical to it. So you either use things that like work within it or work exactly against it. That being said, there are other powers and things out there. Aside from high magic, there are rituals. There are rites and rituals, some of which can even be performed by people who have no magical power themselves, as long as they do the exact right steps of the ritual. It's one of the only ways that non-spellcasters can cast spells. Some of these include exorcisms. Like if you want to drive a creature out of somebody, there's an exorcism ritual that you can perform. So with your research, aside from learning all these things, you're also starting to pick up information about rituals, because that might be something you can do without having to acquire a new spell and deal with your sorcerer, because planar binding isn't even on the sorcerer list at all. It's on the warlock list, but it's not on your list, so you couldn't cast a scroll of it easily.
Hey, we can dip into warlock again a little bit. No, I'm kidding.
So that is what you have learned in that regard. Garnet, was there anything that you wanted to do, or are you just trying to cope for a few days?
Probably want to eventually talk to the sage, and Mason can be there too about the revelation, but it's not pressing or anything.
Okay. The sage will end up returning, spoiler alert, right before Zalar's day, on the 13th or the 14th. So she's gone for effectively 2 weeks.
All right. Not back yet.
Chat has invoked the Sealy Court and a fairy banquet. We'll probably work that in next time, because we only have 35 minutes, and that would be a whole ass scene. So let me move time forward a little bit. In addition to the rioting in Canar, the priest kingdom of Menegistu, which just returned from over the waters after launching an attack on Ioth, there are reports of violence there too. Groups of people just burning buildings and tearing things apart. It's not attached to any known political stance. It's just people being angry or panicked. This is going to be highly relevant to Athlor, but I'm going to share it with you nonetheless. Nenri, where Athlor's father and uncle are, who have all those people under water who they're draining their brains for power, was a while ago under attack by an army of gnolls. You learn that they have driven out and killed those gnolls, but it was an extremely costly battle. it took an incredible amount of war magic for them to defeat them, meaning that Nenri is currently in a more drained and vulnerable state. On the 10th, we'll say. Yeah, I think we should actually stop at the 10th because the 11th is also a Zalarian holiday. It's Kalor's feast. And I think we should probably have Athalor for that as well. But on the 10th, the sage returns. You don't find out about it immediately, probably a few hours after she gets back. Because she's not like, oh, hey, I'm going to check in with those kids, right? It's like she gets back, she unpacks her things, calms herself for a bit, talks to Untermaler, etc. But when you do find out about her return, what is it that you wish to do?
She updates us about if everything's okay, right?
If you go talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if we hear, we probably would meet up Garnet and be like, hey, you want to check in with the sage now? It's finally back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Curious
when
what
you arrive
happened.
there, she's sitting on the floor. Her lantern is deployed in its like defensive mode. And she's weaving her fingers together back and forth and kind of staring off into space. She registers when you walk in for a moment, waits for you to walk in, and then uses Mage Hand to shut the door behind you. And as usual, she doesn't say anything. She waits for you to talk.
How did it go at the grotto? Is everything under control?
There's a dark work at large.
Different than the usual ones?
The matter of the grotto is settled. Peace has returned for now. But across all the lands of the East, many minds are troubled. Many souls are in turmoil. I have heard similar tales from dragon tribes, priest kingdoms, and I believe that they are all one and the same. This blight spreads through dream. The eternal dreamers within the ravine of Skuld Grotto were only the first to react because they dwell there eternally. But the minds of mortals everywhere are filled with darkness and terror at night, and it follows them into the day. I feel a bitter, familiar poison at the root of this. But it flows in such torrents now. This is the Herald's work. And it is only the first warning, the first sign of it.
You think it's larger than this?
She nods.
Those people, the ones that were in that eternal slumber in the grotto, were they able to be saved? The effects of it reversed?
They sleep again. It'll be some time before I know the full extent of the damage.
Should we start, I don't know, asking our artificers to develop masks against the spores or something? Or
It is not the spores. Their minds are submerged in dream. And this poison spreads through dream. It merely reached them first. It is not a physical substance. It is a thing of the mind. He has unleashed some corruption. I have seen his nightmares countless times. I know of the prisons that he weaves for his victims, but this is as if a crack formed in a dam that held back a reservoir of poison.
Are we all in danger at the academy, or is what do we do?
She shakes her head. Here, no.
But most other people are in danger.
She nods. How many? I can't say yet.
And this is happening everywhere that we know of?
I've heard tell in Canar and Menegistu and places further beyond. Whether it is everywhere yet, I cannot say, but it is across the entire continent, thousands of miles of distance. In the sea, the islands of the seas of the Far East, this violence spreads. If it can go that far, I don't know where it ends. The lands to the south where Naramu once lay, the tribes of the Prowlands tear at each other's throats from this same curse. Whether he has seized new power or is only finally unleashing what he has gathered, I don't know yet. I am the Dream Warden. The duty of this falls to me. If you have a place in it or if you can help against it, you will be told.
This, I don't know, power, whatever it is, it drives people to violence. It goes beyond
Yes.
the despair and...
Yes. It's a plague of nightmares. The sense that all of our deeds are doomed, but not in the way that drains you and drags you to your feet to lie in the dust, in the way that makes you lash out in anger, like a snake backed into a corner. As I said, this is my duty. She looks up and actually at you for the first time. She's just been sort of staring off, expectantly or inquisitively, waiting for you to speak further.
You dealt with my dream curse thing. Is it not similar?
I've helped those I've found. It is not unstoppable. But that was a powerful curse laid upon one person, you, Garnet. And it was no small matter to undo. This is not as strong, but it is as a plague spread across thousands. I can cure those I find, but I can't be everywhere. It is less powerful than what you experience, but more widespread.
there anything we can do to prevent it from hitting the academy or Rontha or?
The academy is safe. Our allies will be warned. Until we find a actual solution to this, or I am able to stop it, it will simply be a matter of precautions and warnings. I will ensure that they hear from us and they learn everything that I do, Garnet.
Just the gems and the trinkets and the relics, that's not enough to stop.
No, it is, but not the entire world lives under those protections. Word must be spread. The arts must be taught. Much like the rune, Doakai's rune that was discovered that can finally protect us against the forces of the Mirror Keeper, it still must be taught and it still must be carved in order for it to be effective. We will spread the word. We will help them. Is that why you're here?
Sounds like your hands are gonna be.
There is we have not the luxury of focusing on one thing at a time. Whatever you're here to say, Garnet, I am equal to the burden.
Oh, yeah, we handled the Knights of Terra Nimbus that invaded, close by. We dealt with that. That's all.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh, God damn it. I was not trying to stomp on your scene that you wanted to have, I swear.
No, it was more like, Sage was already stressed enough with the ritual, and now this. It's like a respect. Like, I'll deal
She's
with
like,
it.
it's my job to deal with everything, so just lay it on me.
Mason was looking over kind of inquisitively, but believes the lies.
Lies.
I have one last Hail Mary here. Give me a sec. And that is, I don't remember all the properties of her magic lantern.
Can't lie in the lantern.
Well, it's called the Light of Truth, but it has nothing
valid.
to do with truth telling. It's about revealing things true form. So you have successfully critted your way out of whatever you actually wanted to do here. Congratulations. You played yourself.
That's fine. Knows I can handle it, and the sage, it's one of those, she probably wouldn't even be able to help anyway. Like, oh, by the way, got brain blasted by something you don't understand in the first place. Just thought you should know. There's something much. There's no end to that anyway. It was very low hopes of that being a productive conversation. And now she just feels guilty. So it's going well that she is busy doing other shit.
Yay. All right, unless the two of you have any other scenes, I think we should close it now so Athlor can join us for Calor's Day, the other list of horrible things that are going to happen in the world, and Garnet's birthday.
Sounds good to me.
All right, then. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next time on episode 166 of our 8-episode miniseries, Book of Dawn, Ioth Academy.